Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to a brand new tactics video, and today we are going to be going over Louis van Gaal's Holland team, Netherlands team, whatever you want to call it. On this game it's called Holland, Netherlands in my opinion. That debate out of the way. But if you guys do enjoy these tactic videos, be sure to leave a like on them and do subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. But let's break down this tactic, but first I'll show you the results. So let's go over the results then. We're going to start off with this game because it is the first game we actually played. This was all done before we took over. So a 3-0 win against Poland in the European League Division A Group 4. And the attributes, or the stats, not the attributes, to be honest, we got pretty blessed, to be honest. I mean, 1.44 XG, and we ended up getting 3 goals. So we must have taken pretty much every chance we did have. We did dominate possession, which is obviously the main aim of this tactic. It is Louis van Gaal. He loves possession. He will die for possession. He loves it. We then go over to a next game against Wales, and it was a 2-1 win. A little bit more of a tighter win, but still, regardless, we got the points in a game which we nearly had 70% possession, nearly 70% of the ball with this system. 2.08 XG, 20 shots overall, 6 on target. We can't really say it wasn't deserved. We absolutely dominated this Wales team, which doesn't feature Bale, which is interesting. However, we're going to go over now because these are the games we want to watch, and these are the games we will watch. The World Cup Group A, consisting of obviously Holland, Ecuador, Senegal and Qatar. We're going to kick things off against Ecuador in what was a 2-0 win in a game which we did deserve to win. Tons of possession, more XG, more shots in general. And it is going to be Marlon, Gakpo and action, or is Gakpo and Marlon with the goals, Memphis and De Vrij with the assists. So let's watch some of the goals then. We'll get right into it. Here we go. We're loading up. Come on. Here we go. So we're going to change the camera angle quickly because it resets for some reason. 2TV every single time. Memphis, a ball in the box, into Gakpo at the back stick, into the bottom left-hand corner. Gakpo, one of the hottest talents in world football at the moment. Join Manchester United. Trust me. Not that he's going to be watching this anyway. Frankie de Jong into De Ligt, taking his time. Ball into Frankie de Jong again. And this is where you're going to see the assist come in with the header into Donny Marlon, who puts it into the right-hand corner, and that is going to be a very comfortable first game of the World Cup against an Ecuador side, which, to be honest, did look really good in the World Cup. We then go against Senegal, which is actually the toughest game of the group for us, in a 0-0 draw, so no highlights for us to watch, but it was a game which, to be honest, yeah, it could have went either way. We had a dominating amount of possession, didn't create too much, they had more shots, less possession. Fairly equal. Obviously, they've got a fantastic team. A fairly equal game. So, to be honest, the point is fairly acceptable. We then go against Qatar. Obviously, the easiest game in the group. Sort of the pasting team. No disrespect. Yeah, I mean, they had nothing. Didn't even have a shot. I've never seen that before. XG, just with a little dash. Yeah, absolutely awful from them. 22 shots, 9 on target, 2.15 XG with 67% pass completion possession. We're then going to go over to the goals then. Obviously, there's only a couple scored by Marlon and Memphis Depay. Here we go then. So it's going to be building up from the centre-half position into Timber, a ball into Marlon, back into Timber, a great bit of link-up play down the right-hand side, a ball back in. Beautiful from Timber and Marlon, linking up fantastic there to get the goal. And that is going to be goal number 1. Goal number 2, Gakpo, tons of space there. Daley Blind rolling back the years, getting forward. Is he going to cut it across? He is, into Memphis. A little chip there, I believe, to tuck it in. And that is going to be 2-0. And that progresses us through the groups pretty much in. So I believe that would have been a second place finish behind Senegal. But nevertheless, we've got through the groups. That's all that matters. This is where the real challenge comes in. The first game is going to be against England. Now, obviously, I don't like playing England. I don't like to do it, but it has to be done. It really does have to be done in what was a 2-0 win. And it is actually going to be Donny van de Beek starting this game. De Vrij with a fantastic header over the top of, I believe, Ramsdale again. Pickford not making the lineup in FM for some reason. Van Dijk into Malacia. Good to see him get some game time. Gakpo into Malacia. Fantastic build-up play into Van de Beek, who hits it into the left corner. And it's good to see him play. It really is good to see him get some game time. But it was a game we deserved to win. England playing the usual system. Well, that's actually a 3-4-3. Very defensive 3-4-3. Or a 5-2-3, whatever you want to call it. But it was a game we deserved to win. Nearly 70% possession, better XG, more shots overall, a very poor display from an England side, which in my opinion, could go the whole way, but we'll see. We'll see. We then go and we play France, obviously a team which no one really likes playing. They're a fantastic side. It was a very equal game as well, a ridiculously equal game. More possession, similar XG, similar shots. This could have went either way. As you can see, it did actually go to extra time, so this was pretty much the toughest test we had, and we did come out on top, so very happy about that. But let's watch some of the games then. It's going to be Kylian Mbappe picking up the ball into Benzema. So they do take the advantage here with Antoine Griezmann. And this is where I was a little bit worried when I saw this go in, because it was not 4-0, it was 4 minutes in and we were 1-0 down to France. And I was like, this is going to be an issue now. But we do bounce back pretty much instantly in the 10th minute. It's going to be Gakpo down the left-hand side. Absolutely ruining the defender, cuts in, a little bit of cheek from him. He goes alone and hits it right down the middle, but with so much power that the keeper can't even stop it. A fantastic solo goal from Gakpo. They do reclaim the lead here, though, with Mbappe. A fantastic ball into him, cuts it back into Griezmann, and as the keeper actually dived before the shot was at him, which is interesting. But nevertheless, France do take the lead. We do equalise here, though. Gakpo puts some pressure on Kimpembe, goes down the right-hand side, cuts back again. Is he going to do it by himself? He tried to. A good save from Megan, and it's going to be Memphis that taps in the rebound to make it 2-2. We're now into extra time, 104 minutes, and Megan has an absolute mare. Donny Marlon, is he going to miss? He's not. He ruins Megan twice. He wins the ball, or Megan makes the mistakes, and then he also gets dribbled around. An absolute disaster. And from that point onwards, I think the keeper's confidence was shot to bits as Memphis goes down the right-hand side, cuts it back across into Darun, and it goes through Megan's hands. And I think that that keeper single-handedly lost them that game. So shout out to him. But nevertheless, a 4-2 win, and that pushed us all the way through to the semi-finals against Portugal, which also did go to extra time because of an equaliser from Ruben Diaz. However, we did come out and we also won that game as well. So we've got the ice for some reason. This team can just do it. They can go. They never bottle it. And it's a fantastic tactic. It really is. Gakpo down the left-hand side. Such an alive player in the tournament. Is he going to cut it back? He is into Van der Beek. And that is his second goal of the tournament. A fantastic first-time finish. A great pullback from Gakpo. They do equalise here, though, with Ruben Diaz. And it is a good header, to be fair to him. Beats the back line and tucks it into the bottom left-hand corner, which pushes us at extra time. 105th minute, Donny Marlon, a little bit of a rebound from Danilo, into Timber, into Coop Myers, into Darun, who hits it. What a finish that is, by the way, into the top left-hand corner. And that was to get us to the World Cup final. It was a game, however, which I would have felt very robbed if we didn't win, because we were better in every single scenario. 21 shots, 7 on target, nearly 60% of the ball against a fantastic-looking Portuguese side, by the way. Costa, Cancelo, Diaz, Pepe, Guerreiro, Martinho, Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Jota, Rafael Leao, Cristiano Ronaldo. Fantastic side. We beat them, and then we go into the final against Belgium. And I don't know why. This is no disrespect to Belgium, but I'm always confident against Belgium. They're not anything to worry about, really. Especially the back line. It's a free run. It really is, as you can see. Some decent attacking options, but disappointment in real life, disappointment in the game, in the finals anyway. And it was a game which we dominated. 20 shots overall, 7 on target, 2.78 XG, and 66% of the ball. We're now going to go and watch all of the goals. It is going to be Depay with 2 and De Vrij with 1 as well. Van der Beek starting the World Cup final. Who would have thought it? Dumfries down the right, a very, very, very advanced run from him. In the World Cup final as well, it takes some bottle into Memphis, who hits it, and it's a very weird shot because he hits it with the outside, or like the inside of his foot, like he's going to finesse it that way, but he actually cuts it across the goal. And the keeper, in my opinion, could have probably done a little bit better because there wasn't much power, but we'll take it. Van der Beek into De Vrij, he's free in the box, shock and defend, and Boyata gets bullied, and that is going to make it 2-0. One more goal to come. 72 minutes played practically into Memphis. He hits it across the goal. Courtois can do absolutely nothing. I assume that's Courtois. Why is it loaded up Daily Blind? Okay. But that is going to make it 3-0, and it was Courtois. Obviously, Courtois, Boyata, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Carrasco, Castagna, Tielemans, Schluck, Trossard, De Bruyne, and Lukaku. Let me know in the comments, by the way. What do you think went wrong with Belgium in the World Cup? Was it Lukaku not burying his chances? De Bruyne had a bit of a stinker of a tournament. Do let me know why you think this Belgian team never really did reach the highs that we thought it could have done. But that is going to be the results broken down. Obviously, World Cup champions, we love to see it. We are now going to break down the tactic, but before we do, please do show some support on the video by liking and subscribing and turning on notifications. It's completely free and it helps the channel grow massively. We're absolutely killing it at the moment. We're trying to hit 4,000 subscribers before Christmas. So far, so good. We're absolutely killing it. You guys seem to be loving the rebuild come tactic videos as well. If you guys do see rebuilds on my channel, they are also now mixed with a tactic video. So when I do a rebuild, you're also going to be getting a tactic out of it that you can use. And it is a really, really fun sort of concepts. So do get involved with that. But let's break down this tactic. So this is going to be Van Gaal's Netherlands. Now it is going to be a 4-3, sorry, not a 3-4-1-2. Sorry, it's going to be the formation. You got your 3 at the back, your 4 across here, very sort of deep midfielders with obviously the 1 and then the 2. Now this is a very sort of possession-based tactic, I would like to say, so expect to be a little bit patient with it. You're not going to score tons and tons of goals. Obviously you can tweak things slightly, go more attacking, possibly move the wing backs up even further, or if you really want to go for it, have them as wingers if you really want to go for it. But this does work really well because a system like this that is patient and with 3 at the back as well, it gets results against not only the small teams but also against the big teams. The only thing that I would change, as you saw against, I believe it was going to be, where was it? Senegal would be a perfect example, and possibly against Wales, and where it was only a 2-1 win. Against the smaller teams, you could go more attacking, and that will help. So change the mentality to attacking, possibly, you know, change a few roles. That would be my only sort of thing I would tweak if I was managing this. But obviously, this is holiday simulated, so I put out a system, and the holiday simulates give me the results. So let's break down this tactic. Positive mentality, in possession, fairly wide, overlap left and right, play out of defence, work ball into the box with mixed crosses selected, shorter pass and directness with a higher tempo. In transition, counter press, hold shape, distribute to the centre backs and take short goal kicks. Out of possession, a standard defensive line. Again, if you want to 100% replicate Van Gaal's system, you would go with a higher, if not a much higher defensive line. But to get the results, have a good FM tactic, standard. High press line of engagement, much more often. I always say that in my videos. I think there's 3 videos. More often, sorry, on the trigger press and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Going over to the player roles, you want a sweeper keeper on attack, pass it shorter, dribble more, and take more risks. Now, 3 at the back, you've got 2 central defenders on defend. Click on that, there we go. You want him on defend, shoot less often, dribble less, and hold position. In the centre, you want a ball-playing defender. You want at least 1 in there. You could opt for having 2, but in my opinion, it works better to have 2 centrals and 1 ball-playing in the middle. Take more risks and hold position. On the left one, you've got shoot less often, dribble less, and hold position. Moving over to the wing-backs, both on attack. Cross aim at the centre, aim the crosses at the centre, shoot less often, run wide with the ball, cross from the byline and get further forward. On the right hand side, exactly the same, so I'm not going to read it out twice. The fullbacks play such a crucial role in this side because they're pretty much your only width. They do play such an important role, so you need to have them on attack. Anything less than that, they're not going to have as much of an impact, and trust me, they get forward so much, as they saw with Blind Malasia. They do so much for this team. We then have a Roman playmaker in the 2 in midfield on support, take more risks and roam from position. We partner him with a Segundo Volante on support, nothing selected on him, completely default on the support role. We then have a advanced playmaker. You can have an attacking midfielder, you can have a shadow striker. So if you have players that perform better in different positions, either 3 of these will work. Attack, roam from positions, move into channels, shoot less often, dribble more, and take more risks. We then have the 2 up top, a deep lying forward on support, hold up the ball, take more risks, and move into channels. This guy is your Harry Kane. You know, sort of player like that who holds up the ball. He looks for the overlap and runners, which, to be honest, in this system, you're going to have an overlap on left-hand side and a right-hand side. And also you can look for his striker partner, which is a press and forward on attack, take more risks, shoot more often, move into channels, close down more, and tackle harder. The average stuff for your press and forward. But that is going to be the Louis van Gaal Netherlands tactic broken down. If you guys have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on the video and do subscribe to the channel. If you do want to download it instead of copying it click for click, you can find it over on the FM Scout website. But that is going to be it for me today, guys, and I will see you in the next one.